Pablo Escobar's life is a complex tale of ambition, crime, and influence. Here's a detailed account of his rise and fall. Early life, birth and family. Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria was born on December 1, 1949, in Rio Negro, Colombia. He grew up in Medellin in a lower middle-class family. His father was a farmer, and his mother was a schoolteacher. Education and early crime. Escobar was educated at a local school and exhibited a strong drive from a young age. In his teenage years, he turned to petty crime, including smuggling and selling stolen goods, which gave him an early introduction to the world of organized crime. Rise to power, drug trade. Escobar entered the drug trade in the 1970s. Initially, he was involved in smuggling marijuana, but he soon shifted to cocaine. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, he was establishing himself as a major player in the cocaine industry. Medellin cartel. Escobar founded the Medellin cartel, which would become one of the most powerful and violent criminal organizations in history. The cartel was responsible for a significant portion of the cocaine smuggled into the United States during the 1980s. Reign of terror. Violence and intimidation. Escobar's cartel was notorious for its violence. To maintain control and fend off rivals and law enforcement, the Medellin cartel used assassinations, bombings, and bribery. They targeted police officers, judges, politicians, and journalists. Political influence. Escobar sought to gain legitimacy and influence. He was elected as an alternate member of Colombia's Congress in 1982. He used his wealth to build housing projects, schools, and sports facilities, which earned him some support among the poor. However, his criminal activities and violent methods overshadowed his philanthropic efforts. Fall from power. War on drugs. The Colombian government, supported by the US DEA, Drug Enforcement Administration, launched a relentless campaign against Escobar and his cartel. The violence and corruption associated with the drug trade led to increasing international pressure and scrutiny. Escobar's surrender. In 1991, Escobar negotiated a deal with the Colombian government. He agreed to surrender in exchange for a prison sentence in a luxury prison known as La Catedral, which he effectively controlled. This arrangement was short-lived as violence continued, and Escobar later escaped from the prison in 1992. Manhunt and death. Following his escape, Escobar went into hiding. A massive manhunt ensued involving both Colombian forces and U.S. agents. On December 2, 1993, Escobar was killed in a shootout with Colombian National Police in Medellin. Legacy. Impact on Colombia. Escobar's reign had a devastating impact on Colombia. His cartel's violence and corruption contributed to widespread suffering and instability in the country. Cultural influence. Escobar has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and television series. His life story continues to fascinate and horrify, illustrating the complexities of the drug trade and its effects on society. Pablo Escobar's life is a stark reminder of the intersection of crime, power, and politics, and the enduring impacts of such figures on both national and global scales.